Today's headlines focus on Marc Marquez being described as skinny like a racehorse, both physically and mentally, alongside Jack Miller revealing Yamaha's dissatisfaction with his attitude. Let's delve into these topics. Stay tuned till the end. Jack Miller's MotoGP journey took an unexpected turn when Yamaha initially expressed disappointment in his behavior, nearly derailing his future in the sport. Despite this rocky relationship, Miller climbed to the top of the Yamaha ranks after the opening 3 rounds of the season, securing 11th in the standings and delivering a standout 5th-place finish at the Grand Prix of the Americas in Texas. His comeback, however, was nearly cut short when he lost his factory KTM seat in 2024, casting serious doubts on his MotoGP prospects beyond 2025. Fortunately, his career found a new lease on life through a surprising source: Pramac Yamaha. The satellite team, having transitioned from Ducati to Yamaha, took a chance on Miller, a move that might not have materialized without the intervention of Pramac's influential owner, Paolo Campinotti. Convincing Yamaha to reconsider their stance on Miller was no small task, especially given the rider's reputation for being outspoken and sarcastic, traits that had rubbed the manufacturer the wrong way. However, Campinotti's commitment and ability to mend strained relationships ultimately preserved Miller's place on the grid. Miller has acknowledged that his sarcasm and raw personality may have contributed to Yamaha's frustration, but emphasized his dedication and professionalism when it comes to racing. While his off-track demeanor may have caused friction, his on-track efforts remained steadfast. Campinotti's support, both strategic and personal, played a pivotal role in bridging the gap between Miller and Yamaha, allowing the Australian to remain in the sport he's committed to excelling in. Yamaha, meanwhile, has shown renewed determination to reclaim their place at the front of the MotoGP field, doubling their grid presence with the addition of Pramac and fielding a lineup rich with experience across multiple manufacturers. Now teamed with Miguel Oliveira, Miller contributes to a wealth of collective knowledge spanning Ducati, Honda, KTM, and Aprilia. This expanded roster not only adds depth to Yamaha's development efforts, but also supplies the crucial data needed to fast-track improvements. Yamaha's strategy is clear: to use this collaboration to bring their machines back into consistent podium contention. Looking back at his KTM tenure, Miller highlighted technical setbacks that ultimately cost him his seat. A change in rear tire casing disrupted the bike's balance and grip, creating unresolved chatter issues that hindered his performance. Despite extensive troubleshooting, the challenges persisted, and Miller struggled to match the pace of teammates like Brad Binder and rookie sensation Pedro Acosta. The contrast between Miller and the lighter, more agile Acosta hinted at potential weight-related performance gaps, with Miller and Augusto Fernandez, both larger riders, facing similar issues. In the end, it was Acosta's breakthrough performances that sealed Miller's exit from KTM's factory team. As Yamaha seeks a resurgence and Miller embraces this second chance, fans are left to wonder, can this seasoned, battle-tested rider become the key piece in Yamaha's comeback puzzle? Or will his firebrand personality and technical hurdles pose new challenges along the way? Let us know what you think. Is Miller the right fit for Yamaha's revival, or just a temporary solution in their rebuilding phase? Marc Marquez's resurgence in MotoGP has left an unmistakable impact on the paddock in 2025. Once burdened by the lingering shadows of past injuries and a string of physically and mentally punishing seasons with Honda, Marquez has returned with a level of fitness, form and presence that is impossible to ignore. Now riding with factory Ducati machinery after a transitional year with Gresini Racing, the 8-time world champion seems to have rediscovered not only his edge but also the intangible aura that once made him nearly untouchable in the sport. Throughout the early part of the 2025 season, many within the MotoGP community have taken notice of the Spaniard's remarkable transformation. His physical condition in particular has undergone a dramatic evolution. Lean, muscular and laser-focused, Marquez now cuts a figure more akin to a thoroughbred athlete than a racer battling to reclaim past glory. His body language radiates confidence and readiness, and his performances on the bike confirm that this is no nostalgic return, it's a statement of intent. His movements on the Desmosedici are fluid yet aggressive, calculated yet instinctive, echoing the fearsome style that once dominated MotoGP grids. Observers have described his presence in the paddock as something otherworldly, fierce, purposeful, and charged with a kind of competitive electricity that draws attention even before he mounts the bike. While his journey back to full form has been long and fraught with setbacks, including a recurring arm injury that first emerged in 2020 and worsened over a tumultuous 2023 season, Marquez has turned adversity into fuel. Rather than succumbing to the physical and psychological toll, he has rebuilt himself with single-minded discipline, showing up in 2025 not just to compete, but to conquer. His mental fortitude has proven to be just as formidable as his physical revival. Marquez's approach to racing remains uniquely fearless. He is not one to retreat in the face of mechanical instability or unfavorable conditions. Instead, he pushes boundaries, sometimes to the point of catastrophe, but often with breathtaking results. That attitude has defined his career, and in this new chapter with Ducati, it seems to be serving him well. Where others might ease off to preserve equipment or avoid injury, Marquez charges forward, driven by an unrelenting belief in his ability to adapt and overcome. He no longer forces the bike to bend to his will recklessly. He now works in harmony with the machine, blending instinct with engineering in a way that only champions can. Technological advances in the Ducati camp have undoubtedly played a role in this revival. The 2024 Desmosedici offers better grip and more predictable handling than its 2023 predecessor, allowing Marquez to extract performance without having to gamble everything on the edge of control. The upgrades to tire compatibility and chassis stability have brought the entire Ducati lineup closer to mechanical perfection. But it's Marquez's skill and willingness to exploit those advantages to the fullest that sets him apart. What does all this mean for the rest of the season and for the legacy of Marc Marquez? His return to peak performance is more than a personal victory. It reshapes the entire dynamic of the championship. His mere presence at the front of the grid forces rivals to elevate their game. As the season unfolds, fans are left wondering, will this be the year Marquez adds another title to his already legendary resume? Or is he laying the foundation for something even bigger, perhaps the most unforgettable comeback in MotoGP history? Now it's your turn. How do you see Marquez's transformation affecting the future of MotoGP? Do you believe his return to form marks a new era of dominance, or will the competition catch up as the season progresses? Let us know your take on the rebirth of one of the sport's greatest icons. Hey MotoGP fans, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest action.